Calls for circular economy to boost state sustainability development. Federal government vows to prosecute developers responsible for collapsed building. On the foreign scene, Brazil declares 3 days mourning after plane crash kills 61 persons. And in sports, Nigeria's wrestler Hannah Ruben, 6th medal at 2024 Olympics Games in Paris. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has announced that the circular economy is essential for sustainable development as the world is changing fast through the dynamics of many economies and societies across the globe. The governor stated this at the closeout event organized to mark the achievements made with the pilot phase of the Empowering Program for 100 girls and women through a Waste to Wealth initiative, which is expected to be scaled up to reach 20,000 beneficiaries. The program, tagged Leave No One Behind, was held at the Special Correctional Center for Girls in Diaraba, Lagos. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who was represented at the event by the Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Okpe George, said the initiative would benefit both the environment and the economy by focusing on reusing and recycling materials to produce items for wealth creation. He urged stakeholders and partners to seek the initiative as a model that would continue to enable sustainability for the vulnerable in the society. Sanwo-Olu restated his administration's commitment to the "No One is Left Behind" mantra with advocacy and policies that would support a circular economy. In a renewed effort to address the persistent issue of street trading, the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps, LAGESC, has announced the formation of a specialized task force dedicated to tackling this menace across the state. The Corps Marshal Olani Cole said this during a stakeholder engagement session with representatives from the Lagos Central Senatorial District, emphasizing the importance of collaboration in achieving the state's environmental goals. Cole said the new task force that will be constituted will actively patrol various parts of Lagos to enforce the state's strict ban on street trading and hawking, which are prohibited under existing environmental laws. According to Cole, this move is crucial to restoring order and ensuring that public spaces are used appropriately. The Corps Marshal also called on residents to be vigilant and proactive in reporting any waste-related issues and the activities of individuals who contribute to environmental degradation. The federal government has inaugurated the Patigi Erosion and Flood Control Project, a significant milestone in the fight against environmental challenges in the region. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, who was represented by the Minister of Youth, Jamila Bio Ibrahim, hailed the project as a testament to President Bola Tinubu's government's commitment to improving citizens' lives. Akume noted that the erosion and flood control provides a solution to the long-standing issue, noting that it is a well-connected drainage system that offers a convenient network for water flow, ultimately emptying into the river, laying a solid foundation for the people of Patigi to build upon in terms of town planning and flood prevention. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has vowed to prosecute developers found responsible for the collapse of buildings in the country. Minister of Housing and Urban Development Hamid Dangiwa made this declaration during a review meeting with regulatory bodies in the built environment. Dangiwa said Nigeria has witnessed a series of building collapse in recent years, resulting in the loss of lives and properties. According to him, over 100 buildings have collapsed in the country since 2010, with the most recent incident occurring in Plateau State and Abuja last month. Dangiwa charged the Ministry's Committee on Building Collapse to develop a checklist of professionals involved in the construction process to ease investigation and identify culprits. President Bola Tinubu says the Economic Community of West African States will continue to persuade the military leaders of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso to return their nations to the fold. Tinubu, who chairs the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, reaffirmed at a meeting with ECOWAS chiefs of defense staff in Abuja. The president's comment comes nearly 3 weeks after he hinted at plans for a special extraordinary session to discuss the future of the economic bloc. He commended the defense chiefs for their commitment to regional stability and protection of constitutional governance. Tinubu also affirmed the commitment of member states to invest in its $2.6 billion standby force, describing the initiative as a solution to terrorism in the Sahel. And in foreign news, President of Brazil, Luiz da Silva, has declared 3 days of mourning after an airplane carrying 57 passengers and 4 crew crashed in Brazil's Sao Paulo state, killing everyone on board. The aircraft, an ATR 72500, operated by Volpass Airline, was traveling from Cascavel in southern Paraná, state of Sao Paulo's Guarulhos International Airport when it crashed in the city of Vinhedo. Images broadcast on local media showed a large plane spinning as it plummeted almost vertically, while other footage showed a large column of smoke rising from the crash site in what appeared to be a residential area. Meanwhile, Volpass said it is cooperating with authorities to determine the cause of the accident, while giving full assistance to families of the victims on Flight 2283. And now sports news. Reigning African women's wrestling champion Hannah Ruben will be looking to make the most of Nigeria's last chance of winning a medal at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris when she begins her campaign in wrestling today. The 26-year-old, who competes in the women's freestyle 76-kilogram category, carries the weight of a nation on her shoulder as she steps onto the mat at the Champ de Mars Arena. With Nigeria's 88 athletes across 12 disciplines falling short of podium finishes, Ruben stands as the only remaining athlete with a shot at the podium. Ruben will face Mongolia's Davarsan Enk Amar in the quarterfinal. Meanwhile, victory for Ruben will not only secure a medal for Nigeria but also inspire the next generation of wrestlers and athletes, proving that with determination, the great anything is possible. And now's our news at 12. But just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961, and you can visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 250 residents in an entrepreneurship mentorship program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has announced that the circular economy is essential for sustainable development as the world is changing fast through the dynamics of many economies and societies across the globe. The federal government has vowed to prosecute developers found responsible for the collapse of buildings in the country. We also told you that President of Brazil, Luiz da Silva, has declared 3 days of mourning after an airplane carrying 57 passengers and 4 crew crashed in Brazil's Sao Paulo state, killing everyone on board. In sports, reigning African women's wrestling champions Hannah Ruben will be looking to make the most of Nigeria's last chance of winning a medal at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris when she begins her campaign in wrestling today. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. Thank you for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.